All right, here we are with a New York store. The
A rock and roll store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have the CaSt on Orchard Street.
Yep.
And how long has this store been there?
I've been there 3.5 years.
And it's becoming a pretty hot spot.
Yeah, I guess so. We used to be on Ludlow Street for about 6 years in a
Okay.
basement. And
Moving on up.
yeah, moving on up, we had to get out of the dungeon.
Okay.
And, yeah, it was just time to get serious and party a little bit less. And, you know, yeah, my wife and I, she joined on with me like 5 years into it. I've actually been doing the CaSt for about 10 years.
And where are you from?
From New Jersey.
Okay, so not too far. So you knew
Not too
the
far.
Lower East Side.
Yes.
Did you used to crawl over here like?
A little bit. My older sister Jen, lived up here in like the mid-90s. It was still at a time where she was still pretty scared to like go below house. And
Really?
yeah, it was weird. She's
from Jersey.
She's such a Jersey girl.
Right. Yeah.
But,
So she didn't know.
No, she didn't know at all.
But she got you to know.
Yeah.
So good for her.
But yeah, so my wife Elisa and I, we opened the store in 2010, and yeah, it's been fun.
And what do you have mostly, and what makes you different than all the other rock and roll stores?
Well, we do, yeah, we want to do something different, so we're like, oh, let's do, we want to do custom leathers, and that was kind of fun.
Like what kind of custom leathers?
Like this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Cynthia's got
That's
one
from the
over here.
CaSt?
Yeah.
There it is, the CaSt.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of fun. You can just, you can come in and just kind of look at us. Our
So
swatch
do a lot of
board.
rock stars come and shop there now?
Not enough yet.
Not
but,
enough? What are the
some.
prices? Like,
One here.
Yes, Cynthia.
Yeah, the prices are pretty high.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
like
like
you
a
kinda-
once in a
You
lifetime
have to be a
purchase.
rock star to be able to
Yeah.
shop there, right? Do you have any? Do you have any items that are good for a like Christmas stocking?
T-shirts. They've got great T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought you on here.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh!
Yeah, here.
Wow! Oh
In a
my
Cute little
gosh!
bag here.
Yeah, that is a cute bag. So who designed the logo?
I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you do art like that?
Yeah, I mean that one was actually pretty easy. That's full like Jolly Roger style skull. And
Now
it's,
I'm just curious to know, like, is
It's
that
set-
Japanese?
It's Chinese. It says
It's
rock.
Chinese?
It says rock and roll clothing shop. Believe it or not.
Now, why is it in Chinese? I'm just curious.
Well, it's right
You're in
there.
Chinatown?
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, right on the border there. So.
Well, it is. Do you get some people from Chinatown shopping there?
Never.
Yeah. do you have a favorite Chinese delivery that you get delivered to you?
No, but his daughter speaks Mandarin.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
like
Johnny.
the thing now, right?
Yeah.
Jimson?
Yeah,
Does
I
she
think
talk
she
to you?
speaks more Mandarin than she does English. Which
Well,
is kinda
Mandarin
crazy.
is now where it's at because they used to speak Cantonese in Chinatown, but the kids now are switching because Mandarin is more popular.
Yeah, she's
So,
super adorable.
How old is she?
She's almost 2.
She's almost 2, so
Yeah.
where is she learning this? From a nanny?
No, daycare in Chinatown.
Yeah. So, wow. So, are the teachers Chinese?
Yes.
Ah, are the little kids she's in daycare?
Yeah, there's probably about like 60% of the school is Chinese kids.
I used to work down there doing with little kids, and
Oh, yeah.
it was a lot of. That's how I learned a little bit too. But they
Yeah.
used to speak. That's how I know they spoke Cantonese, and now they don't.
Yeah.
But a lot of the parents speak Cantonese, and
That's
the kids are now doing Mandarin because.
I want to be understood.
Yeah, they don't want to be understood, especially at 2. Exactly. So do you know how to say? I know how to say I love you in Chinese.
Ani.
Oh, that's how she says it.
Ani.
Wa aini.
I don't know that one version.
Wa.
Wa aini?
Aini is the right. Yeah. Wa, I think it's me. And then love you. I don't know. That's what I always learned. I always learned it was wa aini.
Okay.
I don't know. Ani's
I have to
always
take
here.
tongue.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So let's talk more about the CaSt. So, have you been having music there?
We actually had, yeah, we've had a couple shows
Yes,
there.
Brandy Row, and you're
We
playing.
had this
with
band,
Brandy.
TV Baby, which is
Wow, this is nice
Matt
fabric.
and
Wow.
Brandon McPeck. They played there in our shop.
Who?
Yeah,
Gregory Peck.
No, TV Baby played there, and most recently Brandy Rowe
Brandy.
played in our store with Danny Ray. That was super fun. And our store is super small. It's like
Tiny.
It's tiny. It's like
Yeah.
200 square feet, but it's a beautiful little shop. And
What about your street festival that you had?
oh
like,
yeah,
a week ago or
so
something?
yeah, a couple weeks ago. What was it? About a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, we had we do like our Wild in the Streets, like our annual like first day of summer party, and we have like
Big news in New York.
4 or 5.
Oh,
Exactly.
was
Thanks,
that
Frank.
Friday the
Yeah.
21st?
Exactly. Yeah, every year, first day of summer, June 21st, and this year we had Shock Minds, Dirty Fences,
Countdown
Threats, Countdown Love. Yeah, it was great. And then we do this party once a month at Home Sweet Home.
Oh,
And that's called Fuck It.
okay.
And yeah, it's super fun.
And what
So,
happens? Like,
Well, Home Sweet Home, it's interesting.
Cynthia was there the other
Just
night.
did it the other night with Walter Lure and Countdown Love and Dirty Fences, right?
Yeah.
And to me, that place feels the way that CBGB's used to feel.
And
like
that's on
the dirty,
Christie Street.
yeah.
Yeah, Christy. That's what
Christy.
that was Walter. Walter was saying that too.
Yeah.
He felt the same vibe. He was
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
it's got
this is
great
cool."
energy.
Really good energy, and yeah, it's just super fun. Like nobody.
so is
I
it
don't
like
know
with a
what-
DJ?
A DJ? Well,
Well,
DJ.
yeah, Lisa and I DJ. You know, we play records. We don't do the laptop thing. I'm not anti it, but I mean,
No, but
if-
you're like a purist. right?
Yeah, definitely a purist.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy it more. I just don't really understand. We're trying to figure out, like, I'm really trying to figure it out, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough people that like rock and roll these days. I don't know.
I
mean, we're
disagree.
trying
I
to
don't know.
bring, I don't know, I feel like no one in New York really, I mean, yeah, Frank does
I
the
always
party
think
and a
that
few other people, but I mean, for like, yeah, younger people and stuff, everything seems to be very
Oh,
like
okay.
DJ and kind of rave oriented, and you know, like everyone wants to. I don't know. It's
I don't know.
it's a little that's just, it's crap.
Yeah, but you know me. I always feel like I'm an optimist or I live in total delusion because
Yeah.
I still think that there's like spots for each category. I just think that there
Yes.
are more of us than we know, and I don't know. I refuse. Maybe because I
Maybe
live
you
in
just
my
not
own
enough
little
people know
circle.
or figure it out, but-
But I think it's still really popular, you know.
No,
but,
but, like-
I do have kids, and I see what they're doing,
Yeah.
and like, you know, one of them actually, Home Sweet Home is her favorite place, and
Super fun.
she loves that place. And
She's old enough to be in a fucking bar.
no, but you know,
Fake ID.
Damn it.
Fake ID.
No, they're old enough. They're old enough. They're old enough now, Frank.
Damn
So,
it. Ouch.
so anyway, and the other one, and they're both like music. They're playing guitar and
Yeah.
singing.
Well,
and,
that's because of you, though, I think.
but they have friends that do also, and so like I just always think that it still exists.
Mhm.
One is totally into like, oh my gosh, I felt like Sandy Carroll. You know, she's into like all of the drag queens and all that fun stuff that they're doing,
Sounds
and
kinda
all
fun,
that
yeah,
fun
there's
music
nothing wrong with that,
and
yeah.
disco, and that's still going too. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many areas that I think are still existing. I just don't know how you
Oh, there's
click into
everything.
the one
Yeah,
that
no.
is mainstream, but then I think almost like the mainstream is like not what we're about.
That's what I meant before. I meant to say the mainstream.
Yeah, I just don't get that, truthfully.
No, not at
Because
all.
that today is just a template that, you know, like my daughter, she's an actress also, and yesterday she was getting called on an audition, and she's like, oh, they're looking for the next Jennifer Lawrence. It's like that's what they're looking for these days. So
Yeah,
that's what
that's
happens.
silly.
Like, you know, it's like they're looking for the next Justin Bieber. You know, like
Yeah.
but it's always been that way. It's always been that way. So what can
Yeah.
the cast do to change that cast?
Well, I
no.
think they're trying.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really impressed that ChuCk and Alyssa, you know, they're not our age, they're much younger,
Right.
and they're so into the music that
That's what I
we
mean.
came from, and they're
Sure.
promoting it, they're doing shows, they're doing the clothing that's, you know, from that time.
That's why I think that it's still there. We just have to blow it up again, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't invent the motorcycle jacket, you know. That's been made for over 100 years.
But you're
And,
reinventing.
We're making it a little bit better.
Nicer, yeah.
We're doing it a little nicer, but we're doing a diffusion line. We're doing like a secondary line for the CaSt. It's coming out in September. It's going to be called CaSt Off, and and it's going to be cheaper and a lot more
That's
affordable.
good.
And you know, the custom stuff will always be more. You're going to get a better quality garment. But,
And
yeah,
who's playing at the next CaSt bucket party?
the next bucket party headlining is Brandy Row in the Stand,
And
which
that's you.
Cynthia
Yes.
Ross here is going to be a part of. And we also have the Ravagers from Baltimore, Alex Hagen the Pagan, and Countdown Love, and we might have one more. We might have actually Sam Harris from Stiletto play as
Who's
well.
coming in soon?
Yeah, and
Squeezing
when
in.
is this?
It goes the last Sunday of every month. So I think the next one's July 28th.
Yeah,
That's my dad's birthday.
July 20th.
Yeah.
Hey, you can come to the CaSt bucket party. For the
Yeah.
weekend.
What do you say?
My ballet kid.
Yes.
We're gonna be in Florida.
Oh.
So that sounds good. So it is National Chocolate Wafer Day, and we
Okay.
need to get a skeleton from your closet.
All right.
So can you share one with me?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's really a happy thing, but also a heartbreaking thing at the same time. My favorite bar in the world, Motor City, closed the other day.
Yes.
And it was really heartbreaking, and but it was where I met my wife.
Aww.
And
yeah.
I met her in the bathroom there.
That's the place to be. That is always the place.
And we went by one last time the other night, and yeah, I just started bawling, crying. It was like, that place means the world to me. And I actually worked the door there for a while, and I'm really close with the owners.
So you were the one that didn't let me in that day. I didn't have my ID. I know, no.
No, actually, though, I think that was Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
Actually, I
wow,
totally denied
really?
him one day. I was like, the fuck out of here. I literally sent him back to his hotel.
I
with his
swear
ID.
to God, you don't have ID, they don't let you in. It's
No,
so,
I know. And that was the time
I
when
know.
the ID checkers were like
Oh,
coming in, and I literally had to
God.
give it to everyone.
I know.
And I didn't have to do that. He's a legend, but fuck it, I was like,
Yeah, well, that seems to be the time, right? All right, so you cried a lot from Motor
yeah,
City.
no, it's a bummer, but you know, life goes on.
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole point, It's like, I don't know, you just have to keep moving, right?
Just gotta keep going.
So what's the website for the cast?
It's thecast.com, and we have a Facebook page, CaSt NYC, Instagram is the CaSt NYC, and yeah, thanks
How
for
does somebody
having me.
get to play there? Do you have to handpick them?
Yeah, you kind of got to be in with our crew.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, it doesn't seem
Yeah.
like it.
I met Cynthia a couple of years ago at a Waldo show, 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was at Local 269.
It was a
still
local
open.
269. Yeah.
And I had a Dead Boy shirt on.
That was really
and,
Meowmix,
Yeah.
It was, yeah, I remember
Ah,
that, yeah.
Yep.
And I had a Dead Boy shirt on. She came up to me and she goes, I dated one of those guys. And I was like, I hope it wasn't Cheetah. No. Cheetah's cool. He's a good guy.
No, everyone's in love with Stiff. And people think Brandy
I love
reminds
Stiff.
them of Stiff. That's what a friend of mine met him recently when he was here, and she was, he reminds me of Stiff Bader.
He's just kind of like an old soul. Like,
Yeah.
He reminds me of a bit of Stiv and Johnny, like in some
Yeah.
weird memory type of way, but
Personality is different.
totally.
Yeah.
Brandy's amazing.
He's great.
When I first met him last month or 2 months ago when he
Yeah.
was here, Lisa and I were
You
like,
hear us, Brandy? We're talking
Oh,
about
Yeah,
you.
he's watching.
I
He
know.
messaged me
And,
before I came.
He knows how
Yeah.
much we love
Yeah.
him.
I was like, man, you're
This might be
your
the
family.
three, and Aaron. Well, no, maybe more. People do love this boy here.
Oh, Brandy, we're trying to get him to move here.
He's gonna.
I'm just like, come on, man, you gotta spice up our crowd. He's just full of like life.
He's
and
the little
just-
pixie.
He is.
I
Yeah.
know. He's a leprechaun.
And he's funny like Stiff. Like in that way,
Yeah.
he reminds me of Stiff. He's hilarious.
And
Yeah.
he's just genuine and sweet too.
Yeah, he's
Like,
he's
yeah.
a sweetheart.
I
love
know.
him.
Me too. So
Get
we're
your
the
ass over
fans
here,
of
Brandy.
Brandy. Yeah. And yeah, it's all good. So
Thanks for having me.
thanks for coming,
Yeah.
and we'd love to do anything we can with the cat.
Yeah, come to the next bucket party next month.
Yeah, I
It'll be
want to
fun.
play too.
Oh, okay, so you're one of those people.
I want to
Okay.
be in your crowd.
Alright, we'll get you in there.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Give
Thank you.
Johnny Rose a big kiss.
I will.
Do you want to give him a kiss?
I can do that anytime. I'm around the corner.
Yeah, anytime. Lisa, are you watching right now?
Oh, there you go. Then you'll
Love
have
you,
another
darling.
skeleton. the fucking best.
That's about it.
So if you guys are ever in New York,
Call him.
every Wednesday, Rue has a show at Otto Shrunken Head on 14th Street.
Then you used me, then you